Hey guys, what's up? This is Hex, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the 5 dick moves I see some of you players out there do that not only aggravate that living hell out of me, but just generally aggravate the community as a whole. So if you see one of these that you've done recently and are probably continuing to do, don't do that. Don't be a dick. So we're going to start out with number one. Uh, and this involves treasure chests, and I'm sure many of you have, come up on a treasure chest and seen an enemy in front of it. And of course, you're going to fight the enemy first, because if you try to go and pick the lock of the treasure chest, if the enemy's going to attack you and break, your action of lock picking. Um, but how many of you seen, when you're sitting there fighting the enemy just to get out of the way to get to the chest, there's some douchebag that kind of skirts around what the battle, and goes over the chest and starts picking the lock and getting the treasure, and by the time you finish killing the monster, they're already gone. Don't do that. Don't fucking do that ever. That is a dick move. Just don't do it. Uh, Number two. Um, when you're running around Tamriel, a lot of times you're going to be fighting, world bosses. And chances are you might come upon a world boss and be the only person there, and it makes sense that you go in the chat and ask for help. And 9 times out of 10, people will come and help you. Especially me. If a player needs help, if I'm not doing something important at the moment, I will go and help anybody. I don't care. Uh, but the one thing that aggravates me is when you help somebody and then they just take off after the battle and don't thank you. Don't do that. Even if you're really shy, just put like TY in the chat, for thank you. You know, it goes a long way, believe me. It's just common courtesy, and people appreciate it when you do that. Number three, and this is kind of something similar to that, is when you have a player that's trying to make something for a daily, and they're short like a few items, materials, and they go on chat and ask, hey, do you have this X amount uh, to give me? And like a lot of people are usually pretty generous, myself included. If somebody needs something, I will go ahead, if I have it on me, I'll go ahead and give it to them. Because I just don't care. I don't care to do that. I like helping other people out. What aggravates me and the community as a whole is when you don't thank somebody for the stuff that they sent. Because when you thank something, when you thank somebody, there's two things that it does. One, it's just common courtesy and people appreciate it. And two, it lets people know that, hey, I did receive your message and I did get the stuff, you know, from your message. Number four, a lot of us use chat, to ask for help, or, just to get, see if anybody has items and what have you. But a thing that we don't like is when somebody brings, religion, politics, or any other heavy topics in the chat. Don't do that. A lot of us play ESO to kind of take a break from reality, and just to relax a bit, because we know there's shitty things that go on in the world. We just don't want to be reminded about that, on a favorite game that we play. Uh, so if you're wanting to talk about politics or anything like that, leave it off of chat. There's plenty of forums on the internet that you can go and sound off on. Just just don't bring it into the chat. And lastly, number five, and I think I've mentioned this before, like quite a while ago, in a previous video. Do not beg for gold in chat. It is highly annoying when people do that. And chances are, if you sit there and go, hey, can somebody please give me 40,000 gold for a mount? People are going to make fun of you, and they are just basically going to insult the hell out of you. Just do what everybody else does and grind for it. Get material, sell it, do dailies, do what you have to do to get it, but don't mooch. But anyway, that's all I wanted to talk to you guys for today. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I hope to talk to you guys real soon. Take care.